What is up, guys? Let's waste no time. This is Thursday's Thoughts, and we've been getting into some pretty real subjects. We've talked about stress and anxiety and different ways that those things show up in our lives, and we've also talked about intrusive thoughts and a little bit about OCD and how we kind of deal with that, but I haven't really talked about kind of the actual steps that I take to be able to manage that. We talked last week with the intrusive thoughts about just recognizing what they are, not putting too much emphasis on them, and just kind of letting that be and letting those thoughts enter our mind, live there for a moment, and then fade away. So we've been talking about a little bit about that, but one thing that I think everybody needs to have is a specific tool that they use to deal with that anxiety. Um, a lot of people use exercise. Exercise is a great way to um, boost those endorphins and get your body and your mind on the same page and kind of clear out some of those thoughts and some of that stuff that can be nagging you all day. One thing that has become very instrumental to me is visualization. If I can take you guys back, I'll give you guys a real quick story. I was it was a little over a year ago, and I was dealing with some things in my own personal life, and my girlfriend was pregnant. We were living in a little 500 square foot, one bedroom, one bath that was really less than ideal. And I hooked up with Bobby, and we had been talking about mindfulness and meditation for some time. And we attended a crystal bowl meditation in town, and we really enjoyed it. So we found a lady that does it at one of our state parks every Monday. So we start showing up to the meditation every Monday. Super excited for crystal bowl meditation. And every time we'd meditate, Bobby and his sister and the people that we would bring, they would talk about how they would almost go unconscious. They'd just completely relax. They would lose track of almost all their thoughts and go into this meditation state. And in the beginning, I wasn't able to do that. So my brain would race, and I'd have all sorts of thoughts pop in and go out, which is normal. But for me, I always feel kind of like I need to control something, which can be good and can be bad. But the thing that I did is I started to visualize, and I would lay there and I would play out the events in my head of the next few months and the things that I kind of wanted to manifest and kind of see play out in my life. So I would lay there and I would just visualize myself in a new home, sitting on the back porch, my girlfriend cooking dinner, my daughter in my hands, and just at peace. And I would really go through the steps of how to get there. And that would last pretty much the whole meditation. And after doing that a few times, I'd get to a place where I'd go through that series of events a few times in my head, and then I would just kind of get to the space where I was able to kind of just let my thoughts level out. Nothing came in too much, nothing went out too much. I just kind of maintained for the rest of the meditation. And that act of visualization really has stuck with me, and it has really kind of helped me cope a lot with some of the things that go on in my everyday life, and it's something that I still continue to use today. And if you ever think, well, this, visualization is just imagining, and I don't enough time to imagine, well, dude, I imagined it into realization, man, because I now own my own home, and I sit on my back porch, and my girlfriend makes dinner, and I have to really, really remember that all the things that I've asked of the universe and I've prayed about has all come true. So visualization is a really, really powerful tool, and we just have to remember at times when we get stressed out and we get overwhelmed that the beautiful things in our lives are happening right now. And a lot of the stuff that we prayed for in the past, we're living right now, and to enjoy it. So I said it before in the podcast, that's really my goal of this year, is to, take back control of my mind and enjoy life a little bit more, because I have all the ingredients right here. So, I just was thinking that we had been talking a lot about OCD, anxiety, stress, and little teeny things, but no real instruments to deal with them. So the first one that I want to kind of talk about for coping is visualization. I gave you guys kind of my experience with it and how it kind of brings peace to my mind and brings clarity to maybe some of the situations that I'm trying to accomplish. It helps me to see them through before they happen, and that's a super powerful tool. It's probably one of my strongest tools to dealing with anxiety and obsessive thoughts. So I hope you guys enjoy that. We'll be back for another episode. Like I've said before, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and leave me a comment. Comment me anything, maybe your own experience with visualization and meditation, and we can talk about it on next show. I appreciate everything, guys. Peace.